Pusha.
Just,
Let's learn.
you want to start the singing again?
Yeah, bye 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 bye. Yeah, bye 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 bye. Chaf Aleph Amid Aleph. Loilam was saying, "Oh, you're gonna finish Makkos for the 9 days." He said, "No, let me enjoy Makkos and Punkt. I'll finish after the 9 days to show that I want to spend more time later."
To learn it properly.
I think we're up to the second Mishnah on the
Yeah,
bottom of Chaf Aleph Amid Aleph.
that's correct.
Nazir shahaya shoyse yayin kol yom. A nazir who we know is not allowed to drink wine, cut his hair, become tame from a human corpse. He was found drinking wine all day. Ein chayev ela achas. He only gets one malchus penalty before the drinking, but it just once. So he only gets one malchus. Amaloi al tishta. If they told him don't drink before each and every time he was drinking, so he had a hasra beforehand. Vihu shaisa, and he drank. Chayav al kol achas v'achas. Every drink that he has, he is going to be chayav. If he was metamet to mason all day, ain't chayav el achas. Only for that first hasra is he chayav. Amrloi al titama al titama. If they scream, don't contaminate yourself, don't contaminate yourself. They gave a hasra each and every time. V'hu metame, and he continued contaminating himself. Chayav akol achas yachas. He's chayav for Malkus on each and every touch. If he was shaving his head all day, if they said don't shave, don't shave, and he was continuing to shave anyway, he's chayav for each and every shaving. If he was wearing kalayim all day, and they warned him once, he's only chayav once. Omerloi al tishbash al tilbash al tilbash al tilbash. Don't wear it. Don't wear it. Each and every time, if he took, we'll see if how much he took it off. But
By the way,
before each time he,
wait, before you continue, there's a small revon on the bottom. He says that the case of the Kilaim, he wasn't a Nazir. Up until now, we're talking about a Nazir. The case of the Kilaim is anyone, not just a Nazir. Okay, carry on.
yeah, I saw that Rivon last night. Echad min ashuk.
Oh, very good.
Just someone random from the street.
Oh, street that doesn't look like from the street.
No, you have to protect the innocent here.
Okay. All right, back to work. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is just somebody. He's wearing the kalayim.
Yeah.
He is chayiv only one malchus. Amalei al tilbash, don't wear it. V'hu paishev b'loivish, and he continued removing it and putting it on anyway. Chayiv al kol achas v'achas. Each and every time he put on shatnez, he's going to be chayiv. Okay.
Okay, turning the page here.
Yesh chayrish tell him echad. There was someone who was plowing, did a single plowing. Chayav alav mishum shmoina lavin. It's possible that he could be chayav 8 different lavin, says the Mishnah. What's the case? Hachayrish b'shar v'chamar. He plows with an ox and a donkey, and you know that there's straight out in Dvarim. It says you're not allowed to plow with an ox and a donkey, different species. That's one lav. Who mukdashin, and they were hektish. You're not allowed to use firstborn animals that were made hektish, and therefore you are now over another lav.
Right, it's designated. It's designated to the base of Mikdash. You're not allowed to use that. Yeah.
Yeah, no personal benefit.
Yeah.
B'chlayim b'cherem, and the plowing. What happened was it covered the mix of species, 2 different types of seeds in this vineyard.
Okay.
So that's another lav.
That's Uvashvias. 3. That's 3. I'm up to
that's
3.
Uvashvias, and he did it during Shemitah. Not allowed to plow your field during Shemitah. The Yom Tif, and he did it on Yom Tif, which you get Malkus for, not like Shabbos where you chayiv Misa. V'chayin v'nazir b'beis hatumah. And not only that, he's also a kohen and a nazir
Going to Nazir,
when
that's
he's in
7,
a
right?
base. Yeah,
Okay.
no, kohen and nazir is two different ones.
The two different ones, but after both of them, then it's 7, right? That's the count that I'm at.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm at 7 right now.
1, 1,
All right. Let's see number 8. Keep going.
2, 3.
Just to recap, we had the case of the plowing, right?
Hanani ben Hachninai,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
but Hanani ben Hachninai is talking about a ninth one.
He is? Okay, so let's talk about it over here. We have the kiloyim with the animals, using the same animals. You have the hektish, you have the
Do you think
kiloyim.
that's one or two?
Which one? Those are each one.
The
How could
ox
they
and
be
the
two?
donkey.
It's one case.
You're saying that's one lab.
It's kilad behema, yeah. Kiloyim with animals. That's one.
Okay.
All
There's two
right.
different animals. I just wanted to.
No. It's clear from Maseches Kilayim, it's one prohibition. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we have Kilayim with the animals. We have something that's designated to the base of Mikdash. We have Kilayim when it comes to Kilai Zra'im with the seeds. We have Shvius is number 4. Yom Tov is number 5. Kohen is number 6. Nazir is number 7. Where's 8?
A kohen and a nazir. Yeah,
It could be based on the first Rivana, the long one on the page over here. Oh, no, not the long one, but the first one. Maybe there could be two prohibitions associated with the plowing over here. It says no katan alav isurim harbi. There's a lot of prohibitions. Alav bilvad. I don't know what that means. There's other prohibitions associated, but not to make it officially another full-fledged negative commandment from the Torah. I don't know. I'm counting 7 over here. They don't list them by you? They don't number them?
Hold on.
No, this is supposed to be 8 over here.
Oh, the donkey that he used.
Yeah. You don't need to be a mathematician. It's 7. Something's up here. Something fishy. Oh, unless you want to say Mukdashin is maybe firstborn or something that was designated to the base of Mikdash. Yeah, that's 2. That's the shot. Mukdashin is 2.
Which
It's a
one?
combination of the firstborn and there could be 2 negative commandments associated with that one.
Yeah.
Could be a problem of attaining pleasure from it. That's why there's a long rev on the second one. That's right. That's how you get 8. There it is.
So what is it? It's hektish for both of,
Not
or hektish for each
it's
of them.
more of a problem of Peter Rechem over here. That
Yeah,
it's a
the
first,
donkey has to be redeemed before it's used, and that didn't
correct,
happen. On top of the fact that there was hektish.
right, and then getting pleasure from it also.
Mhm. Okay, so there's your 8.
There's 8. Okay.
Chananya ben Chachinai Oimer Af Halevish Kilayim. Also one who wears Kilayim. So he's while he's doing all of this, he's wearing Kilayim. Amalei Ena Hashem. That's different. That's nothing to do with the case. Okay, fine, but it's not the same type of law. We're talking about 8 in a single act over here.
Yeah.
Amalehem Afanazar Lehu Hashem. If that's the case, then Nazar also is not the same because he so happens to be a Nazar. He so happens to be wearing Kilayim. You know, a shatnez. You know, it's an add-on. The Rivan says Reb Chananya is referring to both Nazir and the Kayan. The fact that that's a personal status. That's not tied to the plowing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In other words, it has nothing to do with the act of plowing. It's its own entity.
So Rav says that according to the Chachamim, the reason they included a Kayan and a Nazir is because in order to plow, you have to walk along with it. So his guf is needed. The fact that you added Klayim, a shatnez on it, extra.
Okay.
The Gemara. Amar Bibi Amar of Yosi. Paisha Beloivish. When the Mishnah said he was removing it and putting it on, does it mean that he actually loivish mamish, that he took it off and then he put it on? Oh, yeah, filu machnes umoitzi beis yad unkeli shloi.
Oh, the
Or
uncle.
perhaps he just slipped out his arm in and out of the sleeve, even of his shotness shirt. Maybe that's enough to remove an. Demonstrated to the students. Ayule vapuke, the act of slipping in and out. Shows that you don't have to take it all the way off.
That's
Or
right.
Rashi, no. Even if he didn't remove the garment at all, but really stood there for the amount of time it takes to take the garment off and put it on, then he is chayev.
Wow. Yeah.
I love shame by Maisa. Taisus and Shavuos
What do you
answers.
mean Aimbo Misa? There's a Misa of going in and out of the unkeli.
No, it's only the amount of time it would have taken him to
All the
go
amount of
to
time
go
if he
in and out.
didn't do it. Lav Shem Misa and Loikin. Which Taisus? I don't see
Yeah,
the Taisus of
according
it.
to Rav Ashi, I don't think it's the unkli. I think Rav Ashi is saying that the amount of time it literally takes to take it off and on. But either way, the kasha of Taisus is that it's
Yeah.
a lav she'im by Maisa. So why is he chayev? Taisus
Oh, I
answers
see
in
it over here.
Shavuos
Yeah.
Yud Zayin that
Yud Zayin or
because the
Ted Zayin?
initial Tessa, Yud Zayin Amar Aleph.
All right. Let's continue
Since the
the
beginning
Sugi.
of the wearing of the shatnez occurred through an action, the passive continuing wearing is
Ah,
considered an extension of that
wow.
action.
Wow.
Mamish a chiddush.
It's a Kiddush because the actual sin wasn't an act, meaning it was passive. Okay.
No, the actual sin was him putting it on.
Right. That was originally.
You hear?
That was originally, yeah. All right.
It's like, oh, it's like a guy who's found in a place he shouldn't be. It's like, it's like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, oh, no, I live here. So it's like, okay, so great. So the fact that you live here, even worse. Well, what are you doing living here? You live here? It's even worse. Mm. 9 days are over, Rabbi say.
That's right. And if you haven't already, it's not too late. Start preparing for, hopefully it won't be no gaya, but halachas. All right.
For what? What halachas?
Halachas. Yeah. Says in
Chabad, they're still making
Yerushalmi,
tziyunim.
the Yerushalmi says Rabbi Avin would also fast on the 10th of Av. Bunch of
Because the
wimps.
base of
Everyone thinks,
Mikdash was
oh,
still
9 days.
burning.
It's so hard for me to fast. Wimps. You would fast the 10th of Av. Also, double.
Because the base of Mikdash was still burning. Most of the
Yeah.
burning happened on the 10th.
Not only was it still burning, but most of it was being burned on the 10th.
Yeah.
Kasha is why is it on the 9th? That's the kasha.
Askola.
It's all right. Schulu Peronisa. That's when it began.
My friend's brother-in-law fasted from Erev Tisha B'Av,
Yeah.
2 o'clock, to the day after Tisha B'Av, to like 50 hours.
What does that even mean? He broke it when?
Erev Yom Tov, he fasted.
Yeah, I understand that. Erev Tisha B'Av until when?
Not just Erev Tisha B'Av, 2 o'clock in Erev Tisha B'Av, 5 hours, 6 hours before.
Okay, until when though?
The day after Yud of at 4 p.m.
It would have been smarter for him to start the fast at the right time and
Uh-huh.
actually fast until nighttime.
Was Damaira who did that?
Yeah, in the Gemara, Rabbi Avin. That's pretty
Right.
serious guy though. I'm surprised if he was that serious to fast. He didn't know that when he should have done the 2 days. All right, whatever.
I think he was doing it more to as like, oh, see how much weight he would lose.
See how much weight he would
Guess how
lose?
much weight he, I don't know. Guess how much
Mm.
weight he did lose.
Uh-huh.
Started at 172,
Yeah.
and then he ended at 161.
I don't believe that you could lose 9 pounds in 2 days.
11 pounds.
I don't believe you could lose 11 pounds when you're only 170. That's like 5% of your whole body weight.
He has the proof.
Okay.
He took
Yeah, but when you
he
eat,
took he has a video.
you start gaining it back when you eat.
Oh yeah.
So
You gotta eat slow. You can't go too fast.
yeah, it would have been better off just eating in moderation. All right. Like my aunt says, it doesn't matter what a person does once in a while. It's the consistency. That's what makes the difference. She's right.
It's true.
Anyways.
Look
All
at me
right.
this, yeah.
So the question is the gedder of that 2 day fasting, so to say, to shtickle shaloi lishma. Guy wasn't doing it for Tisha B'Av, for the Churban,
Oh, oh.
right? As we know, it says many places in Tainus, the fasting isn't the main thing, it's the repentance, it's the thoughts. Why are we doing it?
Tisha B'Av's and is about tshuva.
Well, Tisha B'Av is primarily about the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, but many of the other fasts have to do a lot with tshuva. But it's
Huh?
the same idea, nevertheless. That idea that the Gemara in Tainus says around a dozen times, "Lo yisakam v'lo yisanisim," it doesn't matter what they're doing physically. It matters that they think about, they contemplate it, and that's the main. That's the whole task. All of the inuyim, everything that we're doing is only means to an end to get us to have the proper thought process, and to feel the pain, difficulty, sadness. You know.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yesh tell him 8 isurim. Amrav Yanai. B'chabura nibnu b'gamru. I was at a chabura,
Yeah.
and they voted and they decided hachoifik b'chlayim loike.
Chabur, that he was at
One
a
who
gathering
covers
of some
seeds of
sort.
klayim. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Special day when the Talmid Chachamim got together. One who covers klayim with
Actually,
earth
the
gets
Rivan doesn't use
Malkus.
the word Talmid Chachamim. I don't know where you got that from.
That's what I was also bothered by that on Shabbos because that's what the art scroll said, but it doesn't say that.
Yeah, another way that they're twisting around, twisting the reality. Okay. You have to assume the pshat is it was Talmid Chachamim because you're talking about these Choshev rabbis. That has to be the pshat.
Mm. So he's saying that this idea of klayim is even if they were growing, if they were together on the top of the earth, but if you covered them, you are going to get Malkus.
Yeah.
I'm going to Rabbi Yochanan said to Rabbi Yana, La Mishnah saying he's like, isn't that our exact Mishnah? Yesh Chayrish tell me, Achavachai Bala Mishum Shmei Lavin, Achayrish Bishar Vachamar Behem Mukdashim Echlayim Becher. Hi Chayrish. Now, the case of a flower, Machai Mishum Klayim, who gets Malkus for Klayim, Eichem Mishkachas Loi. How is it that he's going to be chayev? Because you're not chayev
Yeah, what's the case?
if you just plow. If you just plow, you don't get. There's no. You don't get. You're not over kalayim when there's just a plowing. You have to sow. You have to put them together. So lav de mikase bahadi dazo. So in our case, isn't it where he covered and he just covered it while he was going with his plow? So I know, what do I need Reb Yaneh and the Talmid Chachamim at the Chabura to tell me that that's when someone is over, if I know it from our Mishnah? That just covering will be over, you'll be over Malkus for the Isser of Kalayim. Omer Lei, Reb Yaneh says to Reb Yochanan, Ilav didlai lochaspa, if I had not lifted a shard for you, mi mishkachas marganisa tusa, would you have found the pearl lying underneath it? Without what I said, you would have touched up the Mishnah differently. You would have said that he is over kilayim just by maintaining it, right? Maybe he built a little wall around the seeds to protect it, but not necessarily that he covered it. Comes along. That's what Rashi says in Avodah Zarah, by the way. But comes along Reb Yanai, and he says that's what we voted and decided on, that the act of covering is what makes you over, not for maintaining it.
I'll tell you what's interesting about this is
Now,
yeah. I was just gonna say they're switching gears over here. They're talking about kiloyim on the seeds, and then he's talking about kiloyim on the animals.
no, we were always talking about the seeds.
No, and then it goes, and then it's talking about chayrish. It's talking about
Where?
it's getting chrisha involved. Oh no, it's the same thing. Never mind. That's
Yesh
not that
Chayrish
bad.
Tel is just
No, no, no,
it's
never
just
mind.
quoting
It's
the
the
Mishnah.
expression of chayrish. Okay, never mind, never mind. Okay, carry on. My fault. Yeah. I realize.
Oh,
Yeah,
if a great man Rav Yanai had not praised you
yeah.
by agreeing with you, Havamina Mastisamani, I would have said, whose opinion is this Mishnah like? Rabbi Akiva, Domar Mekayim Klaim Loike, who said just by maintaining it without even covering it, you would get Malkus. Comes along Rabbi Yanai and said, oh, okay, this is what makes you usher by actually covering it. Oh, so if that's you're covering it, then the Mishnah is not like we don't have to come on to say the Mishnah is Rabbi Akiva for whatever reason, and we can say that the Mishnah is referring to the all of the Tanaim, right? We want to say that the Mishnah is like all of the Tanaim, not like the Yachid and Rabbi Akiva.
Right. This all goes back to: are you doing an act or is it passive? That's what it comes back to.
Well, according to Rabbi Akiva, it's not passive. You're doing something to maintain it, even though you're not covering it.
Right.
He's saying that
This
you're.
reminds me of a concept that very few people know about, that a person shouldn't be in an area that other people are sinning. Because just by being there, you're kind of showing an approval, or it could negatively affect you. It's a similar type of idea.
Mm-hmm.
And conversely, a person should be in an area where there's Torah, Hakadosh, and mitzvahs going on. Yeah, big one. All right, carry on.
You should, and to tie it in, you should have a chabura around you of Talmidei Chachamim. My Rabbi Akiva, the Tanya, Hamen Nakesh v'Mechape Bechlayim, like it. Rabbi Akiva Af Hamekayim. According to the Tanakama, one who pulls weeds or covers seeds with earth, that's enough for that's kalayim, and you get malchus. Rabbi Kiva says no, even if you maintain it. My time in the Rabbi Kiva, the Tanya Sodcha Lois Zriya Kalayim, Eli El Zeroya. From these words, I only
Zoreya, Zoreya.
know actual Zorea,
Yeah.
Mikayim Mayan. Where do I know that maintaining it, you'd also get Malkus? Tamid Loimer, Behemtecha Loi Sarbia, Kalayim Sotcha Loi Sizra Kalayim. Your animal do not mate as Kalayim, your field do not sow with Kalayim. So the fact that it puts together Kalayim Sotcha Loi, even though they're not talking about, it says Kalayim Sotcha Loi,
Yeah.
it shows that you're not allowed to have Kalayim to allow Kalayim on his field.
It's so
The Torah
interesting.
could have said, says the Ruban,
Yeah.
it says Behemtcha Kalayim Loy Sarbiu,
Yeah.
and then it shifts Kalayim next to Sadcha. So it means that we should write, it could have said Behemtcha Kalayim Loy Sarbia. The fact that it put Kalayim next to Sadcha
Yeah.
comes along to teach you that you're not allowed to allow Kalayim, regardless of whether it's sowing or maintaining.
Right. It's funny because even before looking at the Rivan, I was thinking, why is the Gemara talking about kilayim when it comes to animals? Who cares about the pasuk of animals? The answer is this explanation of the Rivan about where it's placed.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
ah.
All right. This
Oh,
flows.
Malay Uller of Nachman.
Yeah.
Uller said to Rav Nachman, if covering the seeds is tantamount to snowing, as the Chabura voted and decided, V'lilkei nami mishum zrei b'yamtiv, then in the Mishnah's case, let him also get Malkus for Zayreya on Yamtiv.
The Mishnah said Yom
So
Tov.
not only what?
The Mishnah said Yom Tov. You talking
No,
about?
no. Not only should he be chayiv for chayrish on Yontif, which you get Malkus for, he should also be chayiv for Zayreya.
Oh, that's the kasha. I see. That makes sense. Mishum Zoireya. Aha.
Later Nachman said to Ula Mishai. The Mishnah stated some of the Yisurim and omitted others. It's not meant to give a full list. Amalei Ula said to Nachman, if the Tana Tani Shmoina, the Tana literally said a random number of 8. The Atamarta
Not a
Tani
random
Mishai,
number.
you're
He
going to tell me that it was
specified
just
8.
some here and some.
He
Yeah,
specified
I'm
8.
sorry. He specified a number that's pretty exact,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
it's right. And you're going to tell me ton of a shire, Amarava, and the Bach amends it to Rabba.
Yeah. Okay.
Plowing and sowing on Yantif are not considered as separate. Yesh chilik malachas b'Shabbos. There's separation of malachas with regards to Shabbos. We have the Lamites malachas. Vein chilik malachas b'Yantif, but there is no separation of malachas when it comes to Yantif.
Mm-hmm.
So when you plow and sow on Yantif, you're going to get malchus for one of those labors.
Correct.
That's when you got one hasra.
It's a big sugya in Shabbos over there in Ayin. The chalik, the lav yotzta. Yeah.
You get separate malachas, even if you got separate warnings, but did it all in a single. Yeah, it's a single act. We're not going to break down a single act on Yontif into separate cases of malchus. Amalei adatahei. This shall be the reason the Mishnah doesn't list. Plowing and sowing on Yontif has two separate. Esrei abaye, ve'ein chilik malachas b'Yontif. And is it so that we don't separate the malachas with regards to Yontif? I ve'atznan, hamevashel gid b'cholav b'Yontif. One who cooks a gid hanasher, right? You're not allowed to consume the animal's sciatic nerve.
Yeah, by the way, before
Cooking it
this, I just want to point out this language of Ada Siya, it's a very interesting language. The Rivan doesn't comment on it. You have to go to the Hagos V'Siyunim on the
Marshal.
side to get the explanation
Marshal
of that.
has some.
What'd you say?
Yeah, this shall be. It says here the Marshal has a tire on it.
Yeah, it's just I'm just pointing out it's an interesting. Yeah, they quote the Rashal over here of Shlomo Luria. Okay, carry on. Yeah, so the Gid Anasha, so you can't do that. That's not good. That's the sciatic nerve. That's what the whole episode with Yaakov and Esav, right? The Sarshal Esav, excuse me.
But
Yeah.
the Isser is not cooking it, it's eating it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now the guy's cooking it on Yom
So
Tov. That's a problem, right?
why? You can only cook something that's
Basar b'chalav
royal
over
for
here.
you?
He said
No,
he's
I get the
gonna.
basar v'chalav, but is it also an Isser to cook something that you're not allowed to eat?
Why is I think that's why the Gemara is mentioning on Yom Tov, right? You can't cook something you can't eat, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely you
Cool.
can't. 100% you can't. Yeah.
One who cooks a giran nasha with milk on Yantif achoylei, and then he eats it. Like a chamish, he gets 5 malkus. Like a mishum oichel gid. One is he ate the sciatic nerve. But like a mishum mivashel be Yantif shlei, and he gets malkus for cooking on Yantif unnecessarily. But like a
Unnecessarily, yeah.
mishum mivashel gid b'cholev, and he gets malkus for cooking the gid with milk, basar v'chalav. And he also gets malchus for eating the milk and the meat together. V'loika.
I just want to point out that this goes like the opinion who says yesh begidin noisei tam. It's in Maseches Chulin, Tarubas, and Yoredeya that the gid, that sinew has a flavor, and halachically that flavor is strong enough that now it's considered a whole bishul. All right, carry on.
Why would I think it's not a bishul?
If you hold ein begidin noisei tam, then it's not an issue, l'chayra.
Oh, there's a machlaikas on whether or not it has
Yeah,
tam.
that's what the Rivon on the bottom line is coming to address. It's a very important Rivon.
Isn't it supposed to be delicious? The goyim, the umas ha'ilam say.
Yeah,
I think that's where like like a real tomahawk steak is from that. Maybe
yeah.
that's I don't know. Maybe not. I know
Uh,
like the back half of the cow they throw out, right?
no,
You
it's
didn't know
on the by the what do you call it? Sinew. Yeah, I'm not sure.
sinew. So over here he gets 5 malchus,
Sciatic
and you
nerve.
see
Yeah, it's the sciatic nerve.
Mishum Havara, and he gets lashes for kindling the fire on Yom Tov unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Vim Isa, and if it were true that there was no separation of malachas regards to Yom Tov, Mishum Havara loy mechayev, then let him not be chayev for Havara, the kindling of the fire, the ha'ichayev loy mishum b'shulay, since he's already over for the cooking of the gid, right? He doesn't need that. So why are you going to knock him for both the fire unnecessarily and the cooking with the fire unnecessary? Apik Havara. The Gemara accepts Abaya's argument and amends the brisa. Remove the avera of kindling the fire, the I'll get anasha shel nevela, and insert in its place the isser of the gid hanasha of an avela. The Torah asers the consumption of the meat of an avela, an animal that died without proper shechita.
Yeah, for
So
example,
therefore, it's a swap.
if a person, for example, shot the animal with the bullet and killed it that way, can never eat that animal.
That animal is for the dogs.
Kelev tashlichu noisei. State. Okay. Good kasha.
The Torah loikishtaim alichilasai. Chia says, the 5 Malkus in the Brisa, 2 sets for lashes for the eating. 1 he ate to get anasha, and 2 milk and meat together that were cooked together. V'shalish al bishulai, and 3 for the actual cooking of it. The Isa, and if it's
Wait, hold on. What are
true
the
that
3? Cooking basar b'chalav, cooking unnecessarily, the Rivon says, and
no,
burning
bus
unnecessarily.
and eating the get anasha.
Again, three for cooking, right?
No, like ishtaim alichilasai. I'm on Reb Chia now.
Yeah, me too.
So like ishtaim alichilasai, he
Okay,
gets
and you get
2.
3 on the bishul. The Rivon goes out of order. He discusses what are the 3 cookings that we're talking about here.
See, 3 for the cookings,
Yeah,
and that is cooking meat and milk,
yeah, yeah.
and kindling the fire unnecessarily on Yom
Okay,
Tov.
okay. So what are the 2 on the eating?
One's get anasha, one's basar v'chalav.
Okay, good. Okay, weiter. Yeah, yeah.
The Isa, and if it was true that eating the git of the nasha of a nevela replaces the fifth of the kindling of the fire, and he's liable to 3 for his and 2 for his cooking.
Because of eating the gira
Eating
nasha,
the gidon.
eating basa b'chalav, and eating the nevela. Eating the nevela, Dr. Ivan.
So
Doesn't line
even if
up.
you amend the brisa, why doesn't it? What has to line up?
It doesn't line up because it should be 3. You got the wrong amount of numbers.
The brisa before said 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Reb Chia's. If you amend the brisa, then Reb Chia's numbers don't add up.
yeah, because before we said 2 on eating, but now we have to add a third. The 2 on
Right. So you
eating were
can't.
the
You
gira
can't. You
nasha
can't.
and
You,
basa
you
b'chalav. Now we're adding the
right.
vela to the ingredients.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No pun intended.
So Reb Chia's way of teaching the brisa doesn't stem with how we amended it.
Yeah.
Rather remove the kindling from the brisa, va'ayel atze asher, and insert in its place the deriving benefit from the wood of an asherah, a tree worshipped as an idol.
Yeah. Can't do that.
As haras as harase, and that's you fell? Okay, we're gonna get you a band-aid, okay? You want a band-aid? Oh, she needs a band-aid. Some creamy. So then it's not, it's 3 for the cooking.
Yeah.
And nothing shall adhere to your hand of a banned thing. You're not allowed to derive benefit from objects worshipped as idols. If the Bible speaks of someone who used ashir wood for fuel, nami mishum and let him get lashes. He brought abomination into his home. So it would be 6 sets of lashes if he brought this forbidden wood into his home. Where he cooked with with wood as fuel, so that was hektish. V'azharas mehava v'ashreim tisrafun ba'esh leisasun kein la'Hashem le'ekechem. And you shall burn their asher trees and fire. You shall not do. So therefore, we're saying it's not Asherah wood.
Yeah, it's talking about wood that was designated for the base of Mikdash, yeah.
And therefore what?
So you're not allowed to burn them in a destructive manner.
Oh, and that's what he did, but that's not an abomination to bring it into your home, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll stop here.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Okay,
When are you coming back?
We're gonna come back probably tomorrow night. So yeah, we'll be in touch about tomorrow.
Okay, because I'm going to Staten Island at night because I have the event on Tuesday at conference.
Okay, you want to do earlier?
Maybe we'll be back.
Okay. All right, I'll text. All right,
Bye. Thanks.